am ready, and we are now live on Twitch. Did you guys missed being live on Twitch, guys? Because we did you guys missed? I'm hearing myself. Wait a second. Yeah. No. Okay. I had the Twitch opened in my browser and I started to hear myself talking. Oh, what the fuck? Anyways, so welcome back, my friends, to Fortuna Bay. Let's see what the future brings to us in this new chapter of our story. But first, who will be the blessed one who will remind us what we played last time around?
If no one volunteers, the Bard will.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I'm going
Okay.
to
So,
be
in the last episode, our merry band of adventurers, plus the captain, finally managed to get to the city of Guzhuang or Gozoin. While they were approaching the city, a farmer told them that apparently a bunch of crusader took all their stuff in the name of their crusade, as crusaders are wont to do, and tromped over to the city. As our adventurers reach the city, they actually see these crusaders, and they are quite unusual. First, it's not the usual band of zealots that one would expect from a crusade, aka a charismatic figure that has been sighted but not seen, but mercenaries, led by a young woman in a gilded armor with a symbol that she took off. And that was pretty suspicious. More suspicious, and the DM will correct me because I don't have it in my notes, that these people actually do not have any siege equipment with them, right?
You're right.
We haven't seen any. So this looks more and more like either a demonstration of strength or a blockade. Anyway, our hero managed to bullshit their way in since the city was closed, and are given papers for a stay of 2 days. They managed to find an inn and start setting off looking for information, which um lies apparently in an audience with the Duchess. They also managed to forge some papers to extend their stay, rather illegally, but not that they care. And right now, they are waiting to speak with this Duchess to shed some light about this highly suspicious situation. As it is now, there has been much theory crafting, but no solid evidence that these crusaders are up to something. The spiritual leader of the crusade is said to be able to resurrect the dead, and apparently they're looking for someone who is doing the devil's work. None in the party believed it for even for 1 second. And that's it. Roll credits.
Excellent.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think you managed to give a full recap of what we experienced last time around. Oh, you did you
Perfect.
mention that you managed to forge new documentations?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes, I did.
okay, perfect. So, if I remember correctly, the last scene of last week was the group of I think it was Caspian and Taru leaving the administration hall finally with
Yes,
their
we
after their their shenanigans in regards of
yes.
forging. So as you
I
leave,
think Del
you now have new documents that grant you a much longer stay in the city. Possibly, hopefully, it's enough time for you to investigate what you need. If you still desire to tell of what happened near the village of Galena Gate to the Baroness, it there might be even some sort of reward. Who knows? If you bring fresh information for them, but otherwise, you still have plenty of time to explore the city, see if you find any clues on the whereabouts of the book, of the grimoire that was stolen. If you find any more information on the army posted just outside of these walls. But
Mhm.
that remains to be seen, and I now ask of all of you, what do you do?
Hmm.
Okay. Where are the most probable places where we can either overhear gossip or ask without raising too much suspicion?
A tavern?
The market?
Yes, the
Yeah,
market.
both are valid.
Um, brothels.
There are two uh, big market squares in this city. One that is more uh, open to the common folk, which is near the docks. Basically, all sorts of goods comes from all over the world uh, through the merchant ships, and they, as soon as they leave the ship, they are already being sold in this market square. And there is one much more near the higher parts of the city. It is not closed, but it's not off limits for you. But you see that it's much more the fancy part of town. There are a lot more guards. There are a lot more nobles and rich people, and uh, as you should expect, there are a lot more chances for you if you do something suspicious or maybe don't go as the status quo demand. You probably got kicked out of there or maybe thrown in jail for disturbance. So these are your two main options, and taverns there are plenty.
Hmm. Okay, tavern seems to be safer.
I I just want to throw it out there. I am able uh I've talked about the ability I have to procure passage on ships, right?
Yes.
I could go down to the docks and ask around, see if maybe they've heard some stuff. Sailors are very notorious for gossiping. Uh, so they may have heard some stuff. I could ask about uh, the leader of the zealots and if they've heard anything about it. Maybe
Okay.
could ask if they've heard anything about the big storm that crashed our ship. Maybe that's also a possibility.
Okay. Depending on the result of your check, you have rumors regarding one of the two or both, if you roll well. So go ahead,
Okay.
Caspian. Roll for me a insight check.
Okay. Is this normal or is this?
You can add guidance if you
Advantage?
want, and if
I'll add
someone
guidance.
is accompanying you, they may lend you an assistance, maybe.
Let me see. Do I have insight? I think I do have proficiency in insight.
Well, here's the
Uh,
thing. Do you feel like going with me to the docks, or do you? I know splitting the party's not ideal most of the time, but it could be viable to get different information at the market, maybe, or the tavern, or
I
wherever we end
think
up going.
we could separate. One goes to the dock. Um, Domino can go to the market because, and Taro will go to another tavern
Mm-hmm.
and see if he can ingratiate uh, uh, maybe like the a high end tavern with merchants, because merchants would be the most preoccupied about the blockade and the more likely to know who this captain
Hmm.
is and use a performance check to ingratiate himself to the patron, like a little free show, and then he can talk to them to see if anybody knows anything. So this way we maximize the chance of getting information at all level, like sailors, people at the market, and rich merchants. What do you say?
I like this plan. I think it's
Hmm.
okay.
Well, I'll go with
So,
Taros for his safety.
okay.
Yeah. Domino can
Okay.
see what he can overhear.
Okay. So, it's 11 plus D4, so
14.
14.
I'll have you choose if you want to see if you find any rumors about the storm or about the zealots.
Um, I am more interested in the zealots.
Okay. I do we think finding out more about the storm is more important or the zealots? Because they might know more about the storm, maybe.
Hmm.
Hmm.
If that's a difficult question.
Well, what's the more immediate concern?
I'll ask about the zealots. Maybe they'll have some more insight on that.
Even if they know more about the storm, it will probably not help much anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'll ask about the zealots.
Okay. Uh, you know that uh, a sailor at work carrying crates and preparing the ship probably will not have the will not be in the mood to answer questions from anyone. So you go to the ones that are more in their off time. You end up finding two sailors that they are clearly drunk by now, even though it's still early, and they're throwing dice and laughing out loud and probably enjoying their spare time. And one of them says, "Yeah, I've heard of them. They're a group of maniacs, as from what I've heard. All ports
Yeah.
from all of Fortuna Bay are mentioning this man. It seems that no one knows where he came from. He's not the son of any noble, or he is not not even a true. How can I say? He's not a cleric from the imperial cult. He is something else. He is a self-proclaimed cleric. And even worse, they're saying that he's some sort of saint. At least that's what the rumors are saying. But I do know his name, if you haven't heard it yet.
Well, this is helpful. Thank you. I'll let you get back to your game.
Ah, okay.
While... Oh yeah, we didn't know the name. That's the thing.
Yes.
While I am here...
His name is Kian. Kian Cellaret.
Ian? Kian Cellaret.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's a name
That's very
of
helpful.
a king, isn't it?
Presumably.
Or
Definitely
an
interesting.
upstart.
Yeah. Concerning. While I'm here, I as part of my sailor feature, my background, I'm able to procure a ride with some of my old crews that I've worked with the caveat of
This background.
I'll have to work for the sailor.
Ship's passage. When you need to, you can secure free passage on a sailing ship for yourself and your adventure companions. Oh, okay. Call it in a favor. You can be certain of a schedule or route that will meet your every need. Your dungeon master will determine how long it takes to get where you need to go. In return to your free passage, you and your companions are expected to assist the crew during the voyage. Okay. Yes, okay. You managed to mention the right names, and you will be able to get a free voyage. Do you want to go somewhere?
Yeah, I think we decided we're gonna go to a what is it called? To a turban when we're done here.
Okay. Yeah, that's the most common destination. So let's say every other day there will be a ship sailing towards the city of Turban.
Okay. Sweet, that's helpful. Okay, I think I'm done here. That's really all I needed.
Okay, who's next on the...
Okay, I'll go last.
Rido, Domino.
I'm going along with him to protect
Where are you guys going again?
the tavern.
To the tavern. Okay.
Oh. Domino.
Domino's
is
headed to the
going
market.
Yeah, Domino's at the market. Rydell and Taro are going to the tavern.
Okay, so Domino, you want to go next on the market?
Yeah, let's go see what the notorious rumor mill of housewives has to say.
Food. Okay. You're going to the fancy market then.
Yep, they're more likely to know to have knowledge of what's going on.
Perfect. So, it is the farthest away place from all of these that you guys decided to investigate. So you have to cross the city, sort of, in a way of saying. Uh, the city is very crowded and very bustling at this time of day, but eventually you find yourself in these higher parts where you can see clearly this huge palace on top of a hill, uh, kind of overlooking the entire city from above. And as you start to get near it, you eventually reach this market square, uh, sort of like a bazaar. Don't know how is that pronounced, but uh,
No, you got it.
okay. You see various stalls. The majority of the stalls are very well decorated. Uh, the letterings are well written and well kept, and they're the all the goods that they have to show to the clientele is well maintained and good looking. You see all sorts of, especially uh, uh, things to different things to eat. So mostly snacks and different sweets of sorts. But you also see some works of art like paintings, uh, uh, tapestries, and there are a lot of let's say high fashion also on display for all the noblemen and women to shop for. That being
Okay.
said, okay, do you want to approach yours? Just so we clear, you're wearing your normal adventuring gear. You're riding armor, carrying weapons, or are you more friendly to the housewives, as you said?
So I have got my stuff stowed. It's in my pack, and I'm just wearing traditional clan garb, more ornamental.
Okay.
Um, various. How do I put this? Um, there are symbols up and down both sleeves for the 11 clans, and it's a vibrant red, the majority of the cloth. So it stands out. It's not one of those things where I'm going undercover. I'm literally standing out.
Okay, perfect.
Um,
But being presenting yourself as a dwarf from a clan helps you to almost automatically gain trust from people who are they are shopping. So it's the perfect disguise on quotation marks.
all right. Domino's going to look around. You mentioned a lot of snacks. He's going to look for some fresh pie and get himself a slice, and then head over to, I would say, the art and the items that the townsfolk are liable to be, fawning over and chattering about, admiring the high craftsmanship. Um, Generally looking for like the biggest group of ladies so that he can just kind of listen in and overhear what they're talking about. He doesn't want to butt in right away. He wants to get a feel for things.
Okay, so that's more of a perception check.
Yeah, more of a passive perception. I
Okay,
would.
a passive perception. What is your score?
It's a 12.
Yes. So you managed to find this larger crowd, as per se. You notice that they are mostly housewives who are amazed by the inventions and contraptions of a renowned engineer. He has on display uh, an assemble of different animals, all made from clockwork engineerings. So you see a robotic dog, a robotic bird, which actually sings a the same pre-programmed tune, and the and also you notice that the price tags on this you for you at least you see that their only use is like uh, they they look like toys to you. You don't see any useful purpose for these contraptions other than the novelty itself. But you see that the price tags are enormous. They are being sold by 10,000 gold pieces or
Oh,
more.
oof.
But you see that this is what the caught the attention of these highborn ladies. Um, it should be noted that artificers and gnomes are rarer in these parts. There is one of the kingdoms of the Nelarian continent is Amont. Amont is famous for being the home of invention and engineering. So it should be more common there than over here. So this is really uh, a novelty,
A,
something new, something probably
a
never seen.
seller's market.
Yeah.
Hmm. Now, Domino's not. He's more skilled with stone than with, mechanical things. But I think based on your description and then based on the price tag, he is probably aware that these are wildly outpriced. Like, probably 3, 4 times easy what they should be priced in other kingdoms. But that's neither here nor there. He's going to make a look of like examining them and looking at the artwork and just kind of like keeping an ear open to see what the ladies are saying about the toys, the situation, what their husbands are doing, anything like that.
Yeah. Excellent. You see that they again they seem to have found it the most fantastic thing they have ever seen in this market. So they keep keep mentioning how well made and how funny it is that the robotic dog's tail is tingly. But other than that, you can overhear their concerns about the situation of the city. Uh, it is said that the last time an army was assembled outside of the walls, it was a time of war. It's something around 10 to 12 years ago, and the ones who remember it, the older folks still are concerned of this new situation of whoever is this Kian, if he is a saint or not, but they all the general consensus is that uh, the city might be in danger. Although some believe that he could be probably not a saint, but someone who wouldn't try to hurt or attack the city. It is the overall consensus is that the city could be in danger unless as long as they stay there. So they really want them out of the city.
Okay. That seems like the perfect opportunity for Domino to like walk up and introduce himself with a what's the word I want? Not stately, not regal, but ceremonial bow
Politely. Formally,
of yeah.
politely.
Yes. Of with a polite bow of introduction as he introduces himself and mentions that I couldn't help but overhear your concerns about the folks surrounding the city. How long have they been here?
Well, it's almost completing a week, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, uh, very concerning indeed.
And a week. And none of them have entered the city or issued any demands? Have they talked to the people in charge of the city?
Well, only their so-called saint, the the supposedly leader of this incursion. He
Has
entered the
hmm,
the hall of the Baroness and has not yet left.
have did any of you see him when he entered? Did he seem
They all look at it.
cultured, well-mannered, or a brute, a ruffian?
They all kind of look at one another and kind of hoping to for one of them to have seen, but they all uh, uh, respond negatively. But one of them says, "Ah, my older brother claims to have seen him. He he said that the man doesn't look like a cleric. He looks like a warrior. He wears a dark steel armor and carries a warhammer."
Hmm. Dark steel with no identifying marks. Where might I find your brother?
Oh, well, he is a guard at the palace. He, judging by the time of day, he probably is on duty right now.
And if I may ask your forbearance, dear lady, what is your brother's name?
Oh, yes, of course you can ask that. Of course, I have an answer uh, on the tip of my tongue. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, he his name is Henry.
Henry. And he should be at work at this time. Thank you. That is much appreciated. Is there anything else that has happened in this week since they've been here? Anything out of the ordinary or anything that may be of use to encourage the army to leave?
Well, we still don't know what they want exactly. they wouldn't say. So if one would inquire them more thoroughly, maybe. I'm sure there are more than just one way to to give them what they want to leave.
So, I'm kind of getting the feeling, Domino, is that, well, they're more than willing to talk and give up information, they don't really know anything of use. Um, I think he will pull out the pie that he just bought and offer it to the ladies with proper thanks and start heading back. And about halfway back, I think a thought strikes him that there are two things that he knows about armies. Is one, they travel on their stomachs. So somehow the army outside has to be getting supplies, whether it be from inside the city or from outside. And two, in general, a sizable army is usually trailed by men and women of dubious morals looking to turn a quick profit. And he's going to think about that on the way back to the others. That may be a good source of information who may have been inside the encampment would be brothel workers or independent prostitutes.
Well, one thing that you remember last session when you before you reached Goswan, you passed by some farmlands. Remember?
Yes.
And the farmer was pissed off with you, thinking you were part of the army, because the army almost not completely used his crops, but they gave him a hard time by eating much of what he planted. So that's one thing,
So-
that they are surviving by taking. It's not taken by force, because the way that the farmer told you is not that they intimidated him or anything. They just said that they were on a divine quest, and that you wouldn't want to be on the way of holy warriors, wouldn't you? Something like that.
Oh no, that actually sounds exactly like intimidation.
Yeah.
Ariel.
It does.
How much? Two more questions, and then I'll let you move on. One, what percentage of the crops for that farmer had been taken? Like 60, 70, what?
Yeah. At the top of my head, I would say 60%.
Okay, and the last question is, we passed by farmlands. Were the other farms in the same condition? Did it look like they had been, like, stripped by the army as well?
Yeah. Many, if not all, the thing is, there are more farms around the city as a whole. So if they came by the same road as you did, the most affected ones were the ones near the road, right? Not the ones all the way around the city. So let's say the ones near the road, 60%, the ones a little farther away, maybe 40-30%, and then there are some that haven't been affected at all. But the thing is, he's trying to increase his numbers. That's for sure. So if he does that, that means more and more.
More and more food will be needed.
Yeah.
All right, Domino's gonna ponder over this as he makes his way back to the others.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So
as you do, an elf and a crow walks into a bar. Now you guys complete the joke for me.
okay. Now, first thing first. Taro will order a beer, sit by the fireplace, and start playing, using his last Kankurical to give himself advantage to make the crowd go ooh. Especially the rich ones.
Okay, roll a performance. Or is it some sort of ability?
Performance. Performance +7. It's a dirty 20. Okay, it's a dirty 20.
Okay.
If it is good enough,
Yeah. Uh,
Fine, sorry.
you managed to find double that amount, so 14. You got tipped 14 gold pieces total from the locals. I mean, this
Okay.
this is a fancier tavern, or is it?
no, the fanciest,
Okay, so yeah, 14 gold pieces.
which I immediately put back into the tavern by buying rounds for everyone. I don't care about the money right now. I want to ingratiate these people because we gotta question them,
Ooh, oh,
mollify.
okay. You managed to win the graces
And
of the
when
patrons.
so now that now that I've done that, I I can like speak to basically everybody and nobody and go like, well, well, it is so nice to for Taro to contribute to the economy since the city seems to be locked down.
Ah,
Taro and friends have had some difficulties in gaining entry to your town. How it is so? Why are you pestered by a band of mercenaries?
you're a funny bird. And then another patron, an older man. He he doesn't look noble to you, but he probably is. Either he's a merchant or he gained his wealth some other way because uh, he has an air to him. He says, "Oh, oh, my friend, where do we begin? It's been tough this last couple of years. The economy, as you said, has been fragile in these parts. I don't know what it is. For myself, I tried many things. I even tried. I even paid for a cleric to sprinkle holy water on my on the crates of that were being of goods that were being shipped outwards. But who can tell? The coin simply isn't flowing as it did before. But more recently, yes, I've heard that the gates are closed for outsiders, especially because of those ruffians camping outside our walls. They still they haven't done anything yet. But travelers have brought rumors of their deeds. It seems that they have attacked a fort, not on this, on the more inside the heart of the kingdom. Said fort was being it was in the hands of a bandit group. They assaulted caravans on the roads and then retreated to that ruined fort that they have taken hold. And the story goes that this Kian fellow leaded his men to assault the fort and left no survivors. Or better yet, he managed to increase his numbers in that assault.
Oh, so something like convert or die? Taro has heard that this person is a sort of uh, religious figure. This is weird to Taro. Usually priests don't act like that. Well, yeah, some do, but they should be the exception and not the rule. And plus, Taro has seen the man outside. They do not look like the usual people who would follow like an a wandering preacher. They look like professionals, like those you see escorting caravans or important shipments. They were even guided by a lady that had quite uh, high-end armor, though Taro, as you can see, is no military man, but one of his friends pointed it out. And it was, as his friend said, custom fit. This is all very strange to Taro. Won't you think, friend?
It's strange to all of us. There are no banners, no clear patron to this army. How can anyone lead more than 200 men without gold backing them up? I mean, at least that we know of. There is no lord, no king behind this. So how? It's all very strange. As you said, they look professional. So who is paying these professional mercenaries? Who is keeping them fed? And
Well,
we're
Taro has been told by farmers that they have unduly taken from the land,
no,
like bandits. But
maybe
yes,
that's
who
one
maintains
answer.
the weapons? Who pays their fare? Because no respectable mercenary would work just for room and board.
Exactly.
And Taro has seen their arms. They are well maintained. Sure, they do not have siege equipment, like, catapults, something that would batter down portals or walls, and this is also strange. If they intend to take the city, they should have them. And again, Taro asks, how did they take a fort without siege equipment? Unless they have magic. Maybe they have a wizard or two with them.
That surely would tip the balance on their favor. But what I heard is no wizards, no magic, just the supposed miracles of another saint. If you believe the tales.
Taro knows many tales, but believes in none of them. Wise people should follow that example.
I just hope that
Taro is starting to think that this person is very good at convincing.
well, whatever it is, I just hope that the Baroness gives what they want to leave. I don't
Oh.
even if they don't have siege weapons or it's already bad as it is. We don't need another aggravant to leave us worse than we were.
Forgive me, friend. You are saying that the Lady Baroness has allowed this person inside the city and to speak with her. I beg pardon, but Taro thinks this is most unwise. And cause for concern.
Someone better tell the Baroness that then.
Okay, you're breaking up.
Hello?
Okay, now I hear you. Go.
To answering to what you said last, he says, well, someone better tell the Baroness that then.
Yes. Taro thinks someone should. Thank you, friend. You have been most helpful.
Ah, the pleasure.
Bartender, a glass of wine for my friend here.
Ah, thanks very much, friend. And play us another song if you kindly will.
Gladly. I play again, and then when I'm done, we're leaving. And when we're leaving, Taro is like preoccupied, very preoccupied. Bridal's with him, right? Yes. Yes.
Riddle?
Rhino?
Arthur?
Hey.
You're with Taro, right? Yes.
Is he answering you?
Nope.
I cannot
I
hear
don't
him.
hear him.
Oh,
My mic
no.
was kind of bugged, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now
So
we're here.
you're with you were with me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Once we're out and away from prying guy,
Yeah?
this, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad.
Yeah, what worries me the most is... He seems to be powerful. We know nothing indicates what's behind him.
Taro was thinking about something else.
Hmm.
You have seen what Taro, who is pretty low in the rank of his chosen profession,
Yes.
can do to sway opinions.
Yes.
This person managed to conquer a bandit fort and add their number to his.
Mm-hmm.
This is how he will take the city.
Just by convincing the people.
Just the Baroness.
Yeah, it makes sense for me.
Imagine, like it's simple magic. Taro can do it.
Yes.
As long as the suggestion is reasonable, no one will suspect anything. We have to warn the others.
Yeah, and he's also spending lots of time with her.
Yes, it may already be happened.
Yeah.
Let's warn the others.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I guess we get back to our tavern and wait for the others to arrive.
Okay. Some time passes, and you are all gathered together again.
So, good news. I think I'm able to procure a ride to Turbin. Every other day there's a ship that goes to Turbin, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. I also found out our man of interest's name. His name is. How do you pronounce it again, Aaron?
Kian, it's written on roll 20.
Kian Stellaret. Stellaret.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's about all I was able to find out.
We, Taro and Taro and Ryder and friend Ryder have talked to a very helpful merchant in the tavern, and he said to us, besides the common doubt that we do not know who is paying these people, that this person, this saint, has managed to convert a fort of bandits. Not kill, just convert. He managed to make them follow him. And now, this person is talking to the highest authority in this town. Taro is very, very, very preoccupied.
It's been over a week he's been talking to her.
Indeed.
Okay, well, what do we do now? I mean, we still have to wait for everything to go through to be able to even talk to her.
Taro thinks we should get an audience with the Baroness and assess the situation.
Well, while we
Do we
wait
have-
for that, it might be a good idea to speak with one of the keep's guards, a man by the name of Henry, who apparently was present when this Kian came into the city, and the little bit of information I did manage to pick up is he was in possession of a warhammer of some note, as well as unique dark steel armor that stood out. Beyond that, I was doing some calculations, and if the army keeps eating the rate they're eating, probably another week or so, maybe 2 at the most, I would guess, they won't be able to stay here because they'll be out of food. They'll have to assault the city or they'll have to leave. Unless something changes.
If the Baroness just gives the city to them, though,
Well,
they won't have
that's...
that long.
No, we won't. And that's worst case scenario. So either way, we need to find out what the Baroness's plans are.
I
Failing
think talking to the
that, we find out where
guard
this
is a
Kian is kept and speak to him and find out what he's doing here.
yes. I think talking to the guard is a good idea. I do also want to point out, do we think we have time to wait for the proper channels? I mean, he's already been here for over a week. If we wait, sure, yeah. If we wait for the proper channels, right, to do their thing, we might not make it in time.
Well,
Agreed.
that's agreed. The thing that worries me is one, he's been here for a week and nobody's seen him since he went to meet with the Baroness. Yes?
Yes.
Correct.
So, either he's being treated as a guest, a very important guest, if he hasn't come out of the keep, or, well, one of two other things are possible. She had him killed, or she had him imprisoned. Or, and this just popped in my head and is very, very terrifying, given we know very little about this Kian's capabilities. He could have used magic to change his appearance and currently be impersonating the Baroness while she's locked up.
Ooh.
And I
But
really
if that
hope
was
I'm wrong,
but if that was the case, why wouldn't he just let his army in?
because he's
If you just keep
enjoying
up
the
appearance.
power and the comfort and doesn't want to share.
Hmm. It's it's possible. We can't rule that out. This is messy. This is messy.
We need more information.
We do need more information. I guess either way, we got to talk to the guard first. Henry, I think is what you said his name was.
Yes, that's what his sister said.
I think no matter what, talking to him first is the right idea. Then we just kind of go from there, really.
If we want, Taro can use one of the brand papers to get us a permit of entry or an expedite audience with the Baroness.
I think that might be wise because I don't think we can afford to just wait.
We definitely need to speak to her as soon as possible. Um, Ariel, given the amount of time it took to get back across the city and our meeting, would Henry still be working, or would he be getting off shift at this point?
You have to bet. There's no way of knowing for sure.
Well, I was thinking one of or more of us should go and wait outside of the keep. Ah, shoot. I forgot to get a description of him from his sister.
No, she gave his physical appearance.
Okay. One or more of us should go and speak to the guards and see if he's still working, or if he's gone home for the day. And maybe the rest can see about trying to get an audience set up.
Okay.
There's three locations that we really need to go. Two of them are like, well, we just need to, because we don't know where where he will exactly be, right?
Mm-hmm. We just know that
I
he
see
works at the keep.
Okay. I know Taro needs to go to see about getting an expedited audience with the Baroness. That leaves him preoccupied. I'd go with him if we need to. Me and him were pretty successful extending our stay here. Maybe I could help him with that. If you need me to go with you, I can do that too. Uh,
I I
Well,
think
I just
Domino is self-aware enough to know that he's not the best speaker, and
mhm.
maybe somebody who is more of a skilled orator would be of use with him.
Hmm. So okay. Um.
Literally anybody who has a 0 or better in charisma would be an improvement.
uh, but guys, I just
Let me
thought of
look.
something. You know, one guard named Henry, but probably all the guards, or at least most of them, have seen the Kian guy. Maybe other servants of the palace as well. I mean, he got there, so plenty of people
Yeah.
have seen him.
And
I mean, I do know that wood guard.
Yeah,
That wood
you
guard
know
that
the
actually.
name of one guard and the appearance of one guard, but most of the guards, if you manage to play, hello, good friend, don't remember me? Oh, I'm I'm from that time. Remember? So, did you see that kid guy?
You and then you said there were 3 locations we needed to go. Those are 2. What was the third?
Uh, it was where he also might be. Because we don't know if he'll actually be at the like the barracks, or if he's home. So we might need to go to his home. One of us do, just in case.
hmm,
I might be
Okay.
mistaken. Just to kind of really hedge our bets. That way, at least one
yes.
of us will be able to see him.
Well,
But since we don't just need him, and I also know a guard if we need to, do that.
so we don't need to split up. I mean, pretty much everything we need to do right now can be done at the keep. Setting up an audience probably has to be done through a bureaucrat there, and while that's
Mhm.
being done, the rest of us can talk to the guards.
Yes.
We could we could ask the lady at the desk whether she knows, like the clerk that we talked to, or whoever we talked to set up the meeting with the Baroness. Could ask if she knows.
I don't think
No,
we
I
have
think
no, we don't have enough gold for that, given that you had to bribe her last time.
yes. Besides, she'd be quite hostile now.
And to be fair, petty little tiny bureaucrats in the machine with a little bit of power kind of goes to their head. That's what I was getting off of her. She seems very unimportant, but very, like, you know, her ego's a little overblown.
What I meant is whoever we end up talking to get a meeting with the Baroness, we can ask them if they know who's on duty right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hmm, yes.
So that
And
way,
Taro can ask the master of ceremonies. He just had an idea. So basically, um, I take like one of the blank papers with the sigil and write
Mhm.
down what is basically a letter of recommendation with the sigil and presenting Taro as the main attraction and the others as his entourage. Like Domino does security, Rydell is the co-star.
I'm your priest absolving you of your sins.
Yep.
Yes.
And so this way we can literally mainline in the Duchess audience chamber. And since this will be an exhibition, it leaves you two free to check the surrounding, while I keep all the attention on myself. And a lot of important people will show up. Hopefully, our Dark Knight emo boy. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty good. I don't have a problem with that plan.
Mm.
Interesting.
And while we're
Best one we
here,
got. Go for it.
Yeah.
while we're here, you can also like talk to the guards. I mean, like I doubt that this person, as it was previously said, entered the city in secret. If anything, he would have made a show of getting here because flexing.
Let's if we're able to get an immediate audience with the Baroness. It might take like tomorrow. We also, I know you've expended quite a bit of your bard stuff. You may need to rest in between
Yes,
then. So
yeah, and I don't think it will be immediate.
Hmm.
So let's aim for tomorrow, or at worst the day after.
okay.
Taro will try to be very convincing. Okay, shall we go to the keep?
Uh,
Let's.
yes.
Okay, with the letter prepared, we go to the keep.
As you prepare to go to the keep, let's take a quick break, shall we? And then we'll see
Yes.
what happens.
script.
Yeah.
What you guys talking
Quite,
about?
quite.
I an
Uh,
Italian author.
Oh, okay.
Federico Moccia.
Yeah.
Don't know him. Sorry.
Uh, the movies
You're
are
lucky.
weird because the movies of these stories in Europe, they kind of remake the movies for other countries. So like
Yeah.
in Italy, the whole Voletine, the Tremezzo Poricello was a guy called Steph or Step was his
Step.
nickname because his
Yeah.
name was Stefano.
Mhm.
And people like, he decided to take one step each day, so he became a very tough guy, a buffed one, like jacked as fuck. So now he's hot. So in Spain, they made a movie with the same story but with different name. So
Mhm.
the guy's name was Hache or something like that.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck are they doing? I saw that movie before. I read the story. Why are they changing every name?
Yes. That's what we do. You wouldn't know how we butcher anime,
Oh
or we
god,
used to, or we used to.
no. Oh god, no.
I know. I know.
A- And I still have one or two books of Federico Moccia here that I didn't read yet. It's Carolina Falls in Love,
Yes.
and the other
But
one is For a Moment of Happiness or something like that.
yeah, yeah. Per un momento di felicità. But
Yeah.
the movies, as far as I know, movies weren't made of those two because the mocha fad already passed.
Great. So basically the first and not the first, but the most famous one of the most famous stories about this guy is a random romance of a rich 30 something guy working in propaganda and publicity stuff like that, falling in love with a girl that's underage,
Yes.
and the other one is kind of okay, which is just the motorbike biker gang boy falling in love with a rich girl.
Mm-mm.
Anyways, are we all here?
Okay.
I think
Uh,
yes.
I think so.
Yep.
Let us go to the keep.
Caspian, you're here as well?
There.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Just there's a weird static.
It follows us around everywhere we go.
Wow.
I think it's from Jonas' microphone, but
Yeah. Looks like he's in a barber shop.
but yeah, we have to live along with it. Anyways,
Right.
Mhm.
excellent. Once again, you walk across the city of Goswan, uh, walking towards, running up that hill as that song goes, but this time going towards the palace. You see this enormous construction, and you've been in the city for enough time to know the name of the Shield of Goswan. The palace itself is built like as if it was trying to resemble a shield, a heraldic, standing who knows how many 100 feet up in the air, as if as a sign to the good people that their rulers, their barons and baronesses are there to protect them from whatever the outside may bring. As you come closer and closer, this is the at least the first one that you've seen so far. One of the places where not everyone can get in as easily as the other parts of town. Fortunately for you, it's just some simple bureaucracy. You show the documentation saying that you are not from the city, but it doesn't need too much convincing when you mention the what happened at Galena Gate, and that you have information uh, that will help the the rulers and the city as a whole. Because uh, Galena Gate is a small village. It although everyone kind of observes the city of Turvin, there is a hierarchy. So, as the small village, the largest city near Galena Gate is Goswan. So, Goswan kind of uh, has the duty of protecting this village. So, with all that explained to you, you managed to gain entry to the palace. You found that it is a big building, but it's much more tall than it is deep. So there are a lot of stairs. The rooms aren't as vast as some other palaces along the realm, and you end up having to climb to use stairs to go to the upper levels much more frequently. You're already inside. You have been given directions towards the the audition hall where any can plead to the Baroness, but as I think you have other business you want to to understand first. So now I'll ask of you, what do you do?
So we are in that hall already, or we are just walking along the corridors?
You're inside in one of the let's say the one of the first entries uh, on the lower levels, but you have not free access, but to you are not being followed around by guards if you keep to the place where you should go, where they said that you could go to petition for the Baroness.
If you go to that bleeding hall, uh, can we take a look at it without being very noticed by everyone over there?
Mm, it depends on what skills you intend to use on that situation.
Yeah, I'm just curious about the if it's just a big room where like everyone will be seeing or maybe paying attention to the entrance, or full of people or something like that, or just a simpler room with many entrances and exits.
Well, the only way to know is to get there, or you want to ask
Oh,
someone before, because
oh yeah,
it's a weird
asking.
way to ask a guard. Is it?
Yeah,
Will I be able to
asking a guard.
sneak around the audition hall without being noticed? The guard will look at you.
It's more curiosity about the architecture. So I would ask a guard if that bleeding hall is like very big, full of people. Is it empty right now? Is it there are people there right now?
Oh, my friend, it's always full, always filled to the brim.
Wait,
You
the
probably have
Baroness is there?
to wait for a couple of days before it is your time on the line.
Oh, so there's a line outside and full of people inside.
It you will see once you get there. There are
Right.
lots of seats, and you have to wait for your turn to speak to the
Oh,
Baroness.
so besides the burners, there are like other politicians in the pleading hall, or just guards and normal people?
Yes, the other members of the court like to participate in some of the pleas, especially if it's of their interest.
Oh, good.
But the
Okay.
only one
I thought it
required
was
to be
just.
there is the Baroness.
Oh, good. I thought it was just the Baroness hearing people, so she would get bored the whole day. Poor woman. Oh, good to know. I think we'll try to take a look at there.
Do we want to try and skip the queue?
If it's possible, it would save us some time, but it's kind of risky.
Okay. Taro can try to talk to the clerk uh, and try to convince him that it's kind of urgent because we have important information coming from Galena Gate who has been attacked. So please let us pass.
Eh, Well, that's also true.
I mean,
You're
we're not lying, not
you're
too much.
you're asking that for the guard?
Yeah, so we can, skip the queue.
Well, I'm sorry, friend. That's not how it works.
Mm,
Well, I mean, roll for me a persuasion, Tar.
okay. Persuasion. I am out of charges to give me advantage, but I still have a +5. 10.
Could I could I guide them?
Mm, not without being noticed by the
Yeah, no,
guards.
casting a spell here,
Uh,
no.
I
It's
understand.
fine.
And
It's fine. It's fine. We'll wait, I guess.
is there any way? So we just need to get into that room, right?
Hmm.
Can we look for alternate ways in? Like, is there like a back entrance, like a service entrance, something like that? I mean, if we just go in there and if we're smart about it, we don't got to deal with all this bureaucracy. We could just go in there and just ask. I mean, what are they gonna do? Stop us? We try to make our message seem very important. That we have to do kind of a backhanded thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, it's an idea. We can kind of go from there.
Okay, so how do we do it?
Yeah. Uh, just like an investigation check. See if I can find like a service entrance.
you want to make an investigation, Jack?
Yeah. I have a 0 to investigation.
Huh.
Anybody else got a better investigation?
I have a +2.
I got a +4.
Okay, you do it then.
Yes.
Yeah, the +4 is also better than mine, I think.
All right. Let's see what we got. First roll. Let's see here. This gotta set the right roll tone here. Why did it roll 2 dice?
It rolled with advantage.
Well, the first roll was a 16 plus 4.
Okay. What exactly are you trying to investigate with this domino?
Um, I just had a complete brain wipe.
Yeah.
uh, Caspian.
What was I looking for?
It was a service entrance. It's basically a back door that we could
Back
go into.
doors. Yes. Less used entries.
Yes.
Okay. you you managed to analyze and understand the flow of the servants and guards through the many doors and stairs. Uh, okay, you seem to find a way to enter the. You're not on the floor where the audition hall is located, but by the way the things that the guards and the servants talk about when they leave certain doors, you can kind of trace uh, where exactly you could reach it from the back door, as you said, from another entrance. But that is forbidden for you. You would have to then divide another plan to either be stealth or to impersonate a guard. You cannot simply one does not simply walk into the back door.
No, one kicks it down.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
that.
I
Well,
will point out the entry, but I will also make note that it is not easily accessible without permission.
Hmm. Is it guarded?
Not
It may not
directly,
seem like it.
but there's no way you could enter it without being noticed by the guards. So yeah, there's not a guard right there, but there's no way you could get in without
Mm-hmm.
one noticing you. That's sort of.
Hmm.
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 I guess we just wait. I mean, if we manage to sneak in and impersonate a guard, what do we do after? Like, if we
Right.
succeed, sure, but like, there's not really much of a like after of that plan.
No, not
So
really.
that might be a bust. I guess we just wait.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we just
Yeah.
really we could try and just talk up the guard something fierce, just keep at it.
Nah.
Being like it's really
It's
important
at,
that we get through.
at this point. It's not worth the risk. Let's just wait.
Yeah.
Let us
Exactly.
not be that chaotic.
Yeah.
It is not necessary yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
For now.
Let's save
Save the chaos for later.
our recklessness for later.
Okay.
Yes.
We
So
shall wait in line like good little puppies.
you enter the great audition hall, and you can see dozens, maybe even 100 or so commoners, merchants, knights, servants, guards, and possibly even minor nobles in the many, many chairs throughout this organized along this hall. On the other end of the room, there is a higher place, a place of note, where a very well made and very well kept throne with some some details here and there, a little bit of flair, but definitely not something ostentatious. Where you can see sitting uh, a human woman around her 40 years of age or so. She has a long dark hair with just uh, some particles of gray starting to appear on her head. She wears a, a beautiful royal gown and has some jewelry with her, but once again, not as ost- um, ostentatious as you might have been led to believe that the higher classes in this world uh, used to wear. She keeps an stern and serious look, even though she might have been in that exact same position for hours now, hearing countless claims and pleas. She keeps the same serious and concentrated look as she listens to a man dressed like a rich merchant with big clothes and and how do you say that clothes from the 16th century? I don't know not even how to say it in Portuguese.
16.
Okay, describe it.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe. Let me see.
Close from 16.
Yeah, like this.
Crinoline?
Very specific period.
Yeah, I'll send on Discord what I mean by that. I
Okay.
am at a loss for words. Sorry, guys. It happens sometimes.
Okay.
He's dressed pretty much like this. How do you say this?
Oh,
These big
okay.
clothes, you know, the shoulder is like super,
The frocks, is that what you're saying?
yeah,
The
super round.
Ah,
yeah.
puffy shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. That.
So yeah,
Okay.
she's listening to a man dressed uh, similar to this, about how the prices that the harbor master uh, bought his charge him of his taxes was unfair, and that he, of all the things that he brought to the court, he should be given some more freedom to commercialize. And that being said, as I said, you see that there are almost 100 people in this room. Uh, all those social classes I already described, but there is not a single person wearing heavy armor or carrying a warhammer that you can see. And there are still a couple, some almost 20 spare chairs at the end of the line that you can sit and wait for your time.
In in this big room, do I see? Would I know how to get to like Because I imagine there's like prisons or cells somewhere in this big building, right?
Probably on the lower levels, possibly even underground. And you are
Would I
on one of
know?
the, let's say, the third to last level. Floor, better
With
yet.
all these people here, if we wanted to sneak off and try to get to where the uh, the priest guy is held, would would that be possible? Would that be because there is like over 100 people in this room,
Yeah,
4 or 5 people sneaking off? I mean, okay,
yeah.
uh,
The short answer is very unlikely, but it's not impossible. But you have to to create a plan, to create something for it to work.
okay.
It's no simple task.
First things first. Could I do a check to see if I could find an entrance that I think would lead to, again, where he's held? Something like that.
To lead to where? Sorry.
Leading to where I believe he might be held.
Hmm.
To where the priest might be held.
Again, that would be on the other end of this palace. It will be way down there where you came from. But you could try to find.
Okay. Do we think that's something we want to do?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Let's let's talk to the Baroness first without causing a ruckus. If we uh, we don't get any valuable information using the proper channel, then we can unleash the chaos gremlins and like plan a heist.
Okay. Then I will sit patiently and wait.
Hmm. Okay. As you do, just that. You sit patiently and you wait. Time passes, but not too much time passes until something happens. As I said, there is no one that you can see wearing armor and carrying weapons in this hall. But let's say that half an hour after you decided to sit and wait, a man with just that description appears from behind you.
The plot thickens.
You hear a gruff voice and a sort of a sly personality with that voice addressing to you. Well,
To us?
I didn't see you here before, did I? I could not have possibly missed you before. And as you turn to look, you see this man. He is huge, okay?
Oh,
He's more than 2 meters tall. And he,
boy.
although he seems a little uh, he has the face of a veteran. Okay, so you see scars, you see uh, battle marks on him, but looking through all that, he seems young. He seems to not have more than 25 years of age.
Hmm.
But that being said,
Can,
he says,
can I?
"Greetings. I am Kian. And you are?
Uh, I am Caspian. Pleasure to meet you. I want to hold out my hand to like shake his hand.
Yeah. You notice that uh, his warhammer is on his back, okay, but he is wearing that armor. And when you shake his hand, Caspian, he has a huge hand, okay, a very big hand, like that of a bear. So you shake his bare hand, no, but he's not with his
Oh God,
hands
no.
bare, but instead he is wearing a leather glove, and you sense that there is something odd. Either is the warmth of his handshake. You cannot really tell, but there is something odd in the way that he handshakes you. Ah, nice to meet you.
I I would like to do a religion check on him because I'm a cleric. I feel like I would be very in tune with like spiritual matters, spiritual energies, all that. I want to just like do a religion. I'm basically sizing him up. Like, what do I get off of him? Do I sense divinity? Do I sense
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to know like what I sense off of him.
Go ahead and do a religion check.
Okay. Where is it? 17.
Okay. Uh, okay. So the thing is, there is still this mystery. For he claims to be a holy man, but some think he is not. He some think he's just a normal person with ill intents, wishing to conquer, wishing to plunder. And some even say, like the cleric that Rydell spoke to on last session, some even say that he could have some fiendish intents, right? So all of these are theories. All of these are possibilities, but there is no way you could know for sure. From your knowledge, Caspian, from your religious knowledge, and this is something that transcends the institutional religion. So it is something that you know to be true for the imperial cult, for the elven gods, for the many other religious and cultures of this of the world you're in. Okay, usually, well, you have a cultist, a someone, a warlock that have made a pact with a fiend, or even the stories, the legends and the tales tell of uh, uh, princes of the nine hells, princes of the abyss, uh, emerging in the material realm and to to make something, to make their plans, to spread destruction, to conquer, whatever. Okay. Usually, things have two ways to show themselves: either in their fiendish appearance, so horns, forked tail, forked tongue, and uh, some being monstrous creatures with two heads. You get the gist. They either present
Mhm.
themselves as they are, as something out of a nightmare, or they hide. And by hiding, they look like regular people. A cultist that's in the city making sacrifice to a hellish deity, he would present himself in the day to day as your regular normal guy. He would not wear anything different or appear anything different. Uh, he would appear normal. Celestials, on the other hand, and the legends say this about the actual saints of the imperial cults, the eight saints, that they look human or humanoid, but they are more. It is said that they look like better humans. So if the Krior, which is the saint associated to war, to warriors, soldiers, etc., he was a hulk of a man. He was tall, broad chested. He, he was larger than most men of his time, and that goes for the other saints. So, uh, if you were associated with wisdom, you would be more wise than the others. You would be more beautiful if you were associated with beauty, and it goes on and on. And this man doesn't look like a regular man. He doesn't look like a regular soldier. He looks better. You look at him and you say that he looks stronger, larger. You you don't see anyone carrying a warhammer that size. He probably carries it around because he is able to use it. Okay, that's
Mm.
your 17 on religion. Go on.
So to clarify, do I think he's a saint, or at least semi-saint-like?
It's your opinion, but based on the knowledge, you at least know why many people think he is a saint. That could be one of the points that they make to claim that.
I'm in Aquin. I'm not speaking common. I'm speaking Aquin. I'm just gonna say if you are a pretender, you're a damn good one. And I'm gonna let go of his hand and like sit back down. And I'm not gonna like talk to him at all. I'm just completely disassociating.
Interesting. Scary.
Oof, big oof.
Yeah, yeah, Caspian shook.
Okay. So he talked just to Caspian.
No, he is addressing all of you, but Caspian was the first one to extend the hand, so
Mhm.
he did shake Caspian's hand first, and then he turns to the others one by one.
Uh,
Yeah,
instead of
I basically
shaking,
walked up, shook his hand, said something in Aquan, and then like sat back down and is staring out in his face.
instead of shaking his hand, I will do a formal bow, like a little reverence instead, and just say my name.
You don't need to do that to me. I am a no one. I'm not noble. I'm just. I wouldn't know how to describe it. But you don't need to do that.
Yeah, I'll do it for anyone. It's we are equals, but I respect everyone. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
The pleasure is all mine. So, you just got here, didn't you?
Uh,
That is correct, sir.
And I've been here waiting for a long time, so don't mind if I'm all for the small talk right now. So if you don't mind me
waiting.
asking, what is that you wish to plead to Our Lady the Baroness?
I didn't think about playing. I was just making some company to my friends here, and I wanted to see this palace. Seems to be a beautiful place, nice architecture.
Huh. Is that so? Interesting.
Yes, I'm a simple man, so I appreciate simple things in life, like beautiful places, beautiful palaces, people.
And you are all in the same vein?
I'm not sure we're all the same. I think there's think a little different than me.
I see. Well, this is a. In fact, it is a beautiful city. And this is a very beautiful palace.
Sir, if you don't mind me asking, forgive me for being so direct, but the situation in which this fair city is now looks quite strange to Bando Shotaro the 13. He's just a performer of the kabuki and no art. But he has heard stories. And since the source of those stories right in front of him and being so graciously friendly, maybe he would like to humor Bando Shotaro the 13th and share him why is he here.
Well, I've been here for a week now, and many different folk have asked me the same thing. And the thing is, the funny part is, I've changed my mind many times since I got here.
Mm,
So I wouldn't be able to tell you precisely what it is. I sure, in the grand scheme of things, I'm looking to fight and to win a great battle. But I still don't know who my adversary will be. I know he is a man, a dark one at heart. Possibly, possibly even a powerful one. But I should be victorious.
does he look like he's lying or he's
Insight
really
check.
convinced of what he's saying?
Yeah, even without insight, you know he's pretty convinced. But if you want to catch the minor details, I'll allow an insight check.
Yeah, I would like to roll.
Could
Decide amongst
could I do
yourselves
insight at disadvantage?
who is inciting, and the others give help.
If it's one of us.
6
I mean, I'll help.
and a 13.
Yeah. You all try to take a read at the guy. He seems, whether it's a truth or a lie, he seems confident that it is some sort of task, some sort of mission that he needs to accomplish.
Is this opponent, this adversary that you speak of, is it a single person or a group? Do you have any information? I mean, If it's one person, why do you need an army of 200?
Who says I need an army? They simply decided to follow me around. But
Well,
I see beauty in it. They go for what they believe it's the right thing.
and I can see the beauty in it as well. However, I also see the damage and the harm in them following you around. The crops for miles around have been decimated. Those crops are needed to feed the people of this area, and without the necessary amount, they will starve. Is it right that they should go without so that your followers who did not need to come should have food?
Well, I'm sure a city near the with a port can have plenty of ways to compensate for what we took.
Ah,
This great
that's
city.
that's right there, sir. Took. You did not offer the poor farmers just compensation for their goods. In fact, that makes you and them little more than thieves, not holy warriors.
Well, I see it this way. This is a great city of many thousands. We are mere a few hundred. We took what we needed, and only that. We didn't took any more accidents. While many here in the same city take or compensate, as you said, for their exceeds. So,
Out of character. Am I getting like true zealot vibes from him?
probably, yes. It,
Ugh,
it's
can't
up,
reason with this one.
it's up to Domino, but he sure is the type.
Okay. I think Domino will fall silent at that point, acting as if he's pondering what he said, while examining this supposed saint quietly.
Well, but again, I found it curious that you are here waiting this enormous queue for nothing but the chance to take a look at the Baroness. I could have sworn that the guards told me they only allowed here people in need, people that would try to have the Baroness's justice.
Well, that may be true, but I am here, sir, as a craftsman of stone, to make sure that the work of my forefathers, this palace, is being kept up proper.
I see. Well, and after that, what then?
Uh, I will be on my way to the next town whose stone was quarried and provided by my ancestors.
Are you going north or south? Or will you be taking a ship?
Well, I'll have to look at my list and see which is the best route to hit the remainder that I need to see. It may be a ship, it may be north. I'm not quite certain yet.
Okay, I am. Me and my followers are going to the city of Turvin next. Is there a possibility that's where the fellowship of yours is heading next as well?
Irvin is on my list. It's a possibility, I suppose. I can't speak for the others. We kind of got tossed together by a storm, as it were.
Ando Shotaro the 13th would probably want to visit such a fair city. Many more occasions to showcase his humble talent. I don't like this.
No, not really.
Well, I don't know about the seas, but the roads are troublesome these days. Dangerous, one might add. If you wish to go as safely as possible up north towards Turvin, you could join my crowd of followers. You don't need to be like them and claim anything in my name or anything like that. I'm only inviting you to enjoy the company, a good company, and be safe on the road.
Uh,
Does he seem to have ulterior motives with this?
Do you want to roll an insight this time, Domino?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll
Let's see.
help.
Alright. Number 1. Oh, you dick, you just tipped over off a 20. 16, not bad.
Excellent. It doesn't look. It doesn't. It seems to you, Domino, that he could be hiding something behind his smirk, but you cannot counter argument his points. He made a very good point. The roads are indeed dangerous, especially if someone out there is carrying the the spell book that you're searching for. So it could be. It is a fair a fair proposition argument, but it's still unclear if he has ulterior motives or not. But if you had to bet, it probably he probably has.
I think very quietly, Caspian will just kind of like ask, "Do you do you worship a faith? Are you religious? We've heard talk of your exploits. Vague sense of resurrection and perhaps necromancy. Do you worship a faith, a divinity?"
Is this what there's the lights they're spreading of me now that I'm a necromancer? No, nothing like that.
Well, what else is bringing back the dead? But vile necromancy.
I'm not raising zombies or mindless corpses or anything like that.
You're bringing back people who died, souls destined for the afterlife. You have forsaken their destiny.
Hmm.
What what else would you say to that? It's blasphemy.
Ah, I see.
It goes against the spirit of life, of divinity, of the sea.
There is, in fact, an opinion for everything. Until now, I have never seen anyone said that the gift of life that I brought to my man was unholy or the interruption of fate. But I assure you, every single one that I gave back their breath have thanked me. And many who follow me have stated there that they want to be brought back if they fall. So
No one wants to die. No one wants that. But it's a vital part of life to die. There's a reason we don't live forever. Even elves. We live for a very long time, but we still die. It is the way of you are usurping the will of the mighty. You are a blasphemer and a heretic
you're you're
if you
you're,
play around with life.
you're saying that out loud, Caspian?
Caspian's getting all heated.
Yeah,
He's trying
I
to,
I imagine that. As,
yeah,
as you look around,
yeah,
people are
he's
starting
trying to,
to pay attention to
yeah,
this.
like I think at a certain point he does start actually shouting at the man. He's like, "You are a blasphemer and a heretic, and your vile magic will not have it."
Taro is like looking and eating breadcrumbs, like
You wear the
one by
garb
one,
of a
like
saint,
popcorn. Boom.
and I told you do not act saintly. You are a vile thing, whatever you are. You are a pretender. You have to be. You are no saint of mine.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
One hand on the sword.
Yeah, he's just like,
I'm just watching the exchange.
you.
Kian,
It's fun.
yeah, Caspian, maybe you're the last one to notice this, but everyone around is now looking at the situation around your group. And
Yeah, I don't think he cares. I think he just like, I think he's just too. He's like the interaction that he had. Because he looks saintly. He looks like a saint, and that scares Caspian to death. Just what it. Saints don't act like he's acting. At least none that he venerates.
no,
Everything this man stands for goes against what everything Caspian believes in, and it just scares him. So I think this is more of a reaction to all that pent up anger and fear is kind of being released onto this man all at once.
you. Okay, so you're the last one to notice how everyone is looking at you, and also how some of the men and women there are starting to get as heated as you are, but this time for a different reason.
Mhm.
It seems to the rest of you that these people, at least the common folk, have started to kind of getting some sympathy for the man, or starting to believe in his cause, because they are starting to get angry for you to calling him a blasphemous. But before anything happens, Kian will extend his hand, the palm of his hand, with still wearing his glove, towards Caspian, and he will try to cast a spell. So if
Oh,
anyone wants to intervene, it is initiative time.
Okay, what
Unfortunately, I don't have
spell
counterspell
it is?
yet.
What
With the
spell
arrow.
is it?
You will only know once it's his turn to cast. He doesn't draw his sword. He doesn't look aggressive. He still carries that same smirk on his face. So there's possibly is not something to hurt. Possibly, it's not 100% sure. But who knows?
Hmm. Okay.
I say, I say, let him. There's no need. Like I'm clearly being the aggravator here. If y'all don't intervene, like things don't need to get like we don't need to fight about it. All of us together, we don't. I don't think. If we just let it play out, I don't think he's gonna start a scene here because I'm already starting a scene. I don't feel like he would also like fight me here.
Hmm.
I
I
mean, it's a
am.
pretty crowded room. I don't think he would do aggressive magic on me here.
Okay.
Domino, you
I
rolled
am.
initiative. Will you try to intervene or?
Well, I guess the question is, do I recognize that he's casting a spell? Because if I don't recognize it, I wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
But you did say it's time to roll initiative, so I rolled initiative.
yeah. Only if you guys want to do something before him, because yeah, it will be a spell. I don't know how. I don't want to ask for checks. I'll just say it is a spell. If it is a offensive or something that will do damage, you cannot tell yet.
Okay. Um. I
So,
am readying my reaction in case I have to use cutting words or
so,
silvery barbs.
so you said that you were getting riled up, like you were getting your
Yeah.
character was getting worked up talking to
Yes.
Kian.
Yes.
Seeing that, I think Domino would reach out and grab Kian's hand before it touched you to say, I don't think that's going to calm him down any. You probably shouldn't touch him.
Okay, so let me roll my initiative that I didn't already roll because I want to act first before all of you. So let me do just that. Damn it! Okay,
What did you. How
yeah,
bad?
really bad. Okay, so
Oh no.
we are in the uh, in
Oh,
the
four.
audience hall, and you are in the last uh, bench of seats. Remember that it's supposed to have 100 or so people, so imagine this a place larger than what's shown here on the map, but this will do for just for a sort of a representation. And as you can see, Kian is a large-sized creature.
He's large. Jesus.
I am small.
I'm very small.
I can
Very
run under
small.
his legs.
I am very small and very
Okay,
scared.
I'm right here. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually going before him because my initiative was 13, I believe. Yeah.
If I'm intercepting,
Okay.
I'd be over here. So
Let me roll initiative for myself. Initiative, where are you? 8.
Hold on. Let me click on this and then there we go. And now I'll just change it to 13. 13. There we go.
Okay.
I sent you a new file.
Okay. Rydell, will you join the
Yeah,
the
I'm thinking
fight?
about
I don't know if
just.
this is a fight.
Yeah, I was thinking about what I could do in this case. But I think I can just roll for initiative and except for that, just be worried about what can I do to help because I'm still quite lost about because I can't counterspell anything
What?
and I just can silvery barbs perhaps. Let me
Yeah,
just
yeah, me too. And cutting
um
words.
yeah, I'll put my token on that map's quite chaotic for me. Where are the oh, I see this. Put my token there just to be sure the initiative will be counted right. I put me right here. No, not so close. Not that. Yeah. Here. That's okay. I did alright. Yeah, not so bad. Damn it, that was the second highest initiative.
Yeah, I got the highest initiative, which is a first.
What?
Just bad initiatives today. That's all.
Okay, so Casper, what do you do?
How? So it's crowded where we are, right? I know
Yes,
the map is relatively empty, but like it's supposed to be like people are like all around us.
and now that you had a split second to look around and to assess the situation, the people around are angry. Their faces, their expression, their body expressions is that they're angry at what you said to the man. So uh, be careful what your next action will do because they might take his side and not yours.
I think I will calm down. I want to do a roll to see if I calm down. 'Cause I feel like that's kind of what it is. Uh, maybe a wisdom save. What do you think I should roll?
For what?
Because I don't feel like just saying like I just want to calm down. I want to try and like get a handle on my temper, kind of like breathe,
Uh,
just to kind of like.
make a wisdom check, pure wisdom,
Is it wisdom check or wisdom save?
wisdom check, not save.
Okay, because this will determine like what I do moving forward. 21. Yeah, okay. I feel like I read the room and I just kind of like calm down, just like breathe. I'm gonna look to uh I'm gonna look this man and I'm just gonna like in in Aquin, I'm just gonna like say I hope Pontus swallows you into his depths for your blasphemy. And then I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna try to walk away if he lets me. Just like not be around him.
Okay. So your action basically is to uh, disengage in quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Uh, right. So I I don't think it would be okay to just attack him randomly right now. So I would just take some distance at first. And I mean those blue benches there are just people sitting.
Mm-hmm.
On the blue benches there are random people sitting waiting for the burners before, right?
Yes.
Right, so I'm not sure. I think I would just get here, maybe. And then I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna save my action to give a silvery barbs on him if he tries to attack any of us. And that's all.
Okay. Domino.
Well, as I said, he was reaching his hand out, so I would intercept it. I don't know if that triggers whatever spell he was trying to cast or interrupts it, but that's what I said I was doing.
Okay, so you're holding his.
I grabbed his hand,
Okay.
yeah.
You feel the same thing that Caspian felt before, so there's something odd on his hand. There's something. It's warm to the touch, and there simply isn't another descriptor. It's almost like you know when I don't know if you guys don't have that problem. Only Brazilians have.
What?
Because there is a thing here in Brazil that is called the electric shower. You guys know about that?
No.
No.
What?
Yeah, in Brazil, our showers in the bathroom use electricity instead of gas.
Exactly. And in some cases,
Int-
when it's badly installed, sometimes you will reach for the thing to open the shower, and it kind of gives you a shock, but it's super tiny. Just something that you put your hand
Oh,
and take.
it's like a tingle in that. I know that
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a tingle.
when things are not properly grounded.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
you feel
we
that
have the same
tingle.
problem in the
Mm.
Philippines.
You
Oh,
feel.
it happens everywhere. Somebody always is just slacking on installation.
Yeah, I know that. I associate that much more with shower than anything else, but yeah, it happens with anything electric. But that's what you feel as you touch him, Domino. It's not something that hurts, not something that would make you take away, but something that you feel different.
Huh.
Mm. Might
Now
not be the
that
best thing
wasn't
for
very
good to touch.
pleasant. What were you doing, sir?
Nothing. I was just trying to correct the mood. Taro, will you do something before his turn?
Yes. I took out stir and cast suggestion on him,
Ooh.
and I am speaking to him, saying, "Sir, please, you should show more nobility of spirit in a place like this. Sure, a man of your stature, pun not intended, and moral standing would be the better man. Accept Bando Shotaro the 13th. Apologies for the unruly conduct of his friend, but sometimes faith clashes, and everyone is convinced that they hold the only truth. But that does not mean we have to act like barbarians. And I do shoot like a penetrating gaze to Caspian. Like,
Yeah.
calm the fuck down, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has to roll a save. But I mean, like, pretty much run of the mill. I just want him to let
Uh,
that go.
it's a wisdom save, correct?
It's a wisdom save, and the DC is 13.
13. Okay.
So
I
probably has like.
I do have this funny thing called magic resistance, so oof.
Ooh.
Okay. He now that that is his turn, he answers you, Taro.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, friends, if I startled you. I was merely going to try and help our friend to calm down. It's a gift that I have. Through faith, through faith, I am able to suppress some strong emotions. But I
Calm
see that it's not
emotions.
needed now. And then he points to the others. Right, friends? Not to you, but to the crowd behind you that were about to rush in the fight if one broke out to help the cleric.
Then, uh, if he's just standing and talking like that, when he says it's no need to be agitated and stuff like that, I'm already at a almost military pose with my arms crossed and standing still beside Taro. According, just making a nod with my head to say yes, I'm calm. But I worry about that crowd that was about to fight with us. Just quite impressive.
Well, it was all a great misunderstanding. But I assure you, all of you, that I mean no harm, I mean no blasphemy to any of you. I am just some lone warrior trying to do what I think is right, trying to save as many people as possible.
A lone warrior with 200 men with them.
Again, I have not asked them to follow me. They did
If
But
that
you
on their own.
oblige their whims.
if as you
You
say
don't
you
tell them
wish to
no.
save as many people as you can, you have already saved these 200 from death. Send them back to their homes and travel with us. I can almost guarantee that you will be able to test your mettle and perhaps find this dark adversary you seek alongside us.
I would gladly accept this. But unfortunately, there's no use of trying to convince them to go back home. They wish from all their hearts that they be part of the history that is to come. They wish to witness the great battle between me and my adversary. You're welcome to try. I tried many, many times. It simply is not possible.
Hmm. Okay. Um, Taro speaks in Celestial, since yes, he knows it, and just says this. Says that, Sir, I commend your uh, your dedication to the cause, but allow me to share a bit of wisdom. No greater damage was done in all history than by people who firmly believed they were doing the right thing.
Actually, I was. Now that I think of it, it probably was destiny that made me find you and your fellowship. Because you have so much
Mm-hmm.
philosophy to share. It is truly enlightening. I hope we meet again. But it seems now, and he points towards the Baroness, that it's my time on the line. Finally, after a week. And good luck to you if you decided to plead for something. And he simply goes on his merry way. You can see from back there that he kneels before her. And unfortunately, it's not easy to hear anything, any of the exchange from where you're currently at.
Hmm.
Interesting. This man knows the tongue of the gods.
Mhm.
What will you do? Will you try to get closer? Will you try to keep waiting?
I'm gonna walk up to my party and I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for my outburst. Whatever that man is, it unsettles me. He looks he looks like a saint. I I don't I don't think he's pretending, but he has to be.
Hmm.
He, I don't like this. I don't like him here. I don't like any of this.
Naro, Naro thinks there's more to this than simple politics. That man is remarkable.
Yeah.
Naro does not believe that he makes miracles, but he sure can cast magic.
He
And
does.
somehow he is protected. You see, Tarot, at, at this point, like, I come closer because I don't want anyone else to hear. You see, Taro tried his patented convincing magic using a good argument in case it failed. But he felt much more resistance than it should normally be.
Hmm.
That is odd. Very, very odd.
Everything about that man is wrong.
Yes, something is wrong with him.
Depends on your concept of wrong.
This
Taro would
heretic.
say,
There's nothing right with
I
that.
don't understand your concerns, but he would humbly advise not to get carried away in wars of religion in the presence of a noble, especially
You're right.
since the people seems to favor him. Taro would not like to have to run away from an angry crowd. Yes? Yes.
You're right, sir. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry. I will try to hold a civil tongue. It just unnerves me so. It's every resurrection magic. It goes against nature. The very essence of life. It just it,
Mm,
I don't like it. I don't like any of this.
mm. Taro, Taro has just had a thought.
Hmm.
Friend Caspian, friend Bridal, you know that there is magic that can make someone seem dead
Oh
for
yeah,
all
Yeah,
intents and purpose, but
illusions and
not
such.
make him
I
dead.
forget. Yeah.
you're talking about feigned death. I
Yes,
I I think
yes.
I've heard of it.
Those people call it the corpse visage, but yes, it makes someone look dead. It is easy
I
to fake a to fake a resurrection that way. You think not?
possibly.
Yeah, it seems possible. Seems doable.
That's a lot of. Hmm. But why do they follow him then? I mean, you look at him. He looks. There's definitely something going on there. I don't. I don't know. Should we try to get closer? We can't really hear what they're talking about from here.
Okay. Uh, let let Taro see if he can do it.
Okay.
How's yourself, guys?
Not good. I don't think I'm
Good.
in a condition to. Yeah, I gotta.
I got a
Where
plus
should I?
3, and I
I
cannot
have
give
a plus
myself
one.
advantage
I
because.
can guidance you before you go.
Hmm, okay, guidance me.
I will guidance you.
Okay, Taro tries to get closer to eavesdrop, but very, very, you know, I am just walking by. I am absolutely inconspicuous.
I'm just a little
I am
bird.
I'm just a burb in the world.
A little bird walking for.
Yep.
Uh, you can make a stealth check, but it's
Okay.
not to hide out of sight, but to not be noticed
Yeah.
by the majority.
I am. I'm doing the Eurus.
Okay.
Just walking by, pretending I belong. 15.
And you've got guidance.
Ah, yes. Roll 1d4. 19.
Hey,
I'm just
19.
like getting close enough to eavesdrop. I don't want to risk it too much.
Okay. Uh, it it seems that everyone is keeping all of their attention to the audience itself, that they don't notice someone being ahead of where they should be. So you start hearing the audience between the two. The Lady Baroness says that, oh, so finally it is your time then. You have been here for a week, haven't you? And every time your your, uh, your audience was approaching, you decided to give it up for anyone else instead. And then the Kian says, "Well, I was always talking to your people, my lady, and hearing their troubles. Most of them, I judge it that they had more urgent matters than mine, so it was simply a matter of fairness. That's why I've been here for that long." Well, and now that you are here, and I already am aware that you have a quite the crowd outside of my walls. Some even say that is an insult to my sovereignty, but I believe you explained to me why it's that. I'm sorry, my lady. There is nothing I can do about it. They seem to think I'm a saint, and they decided on their own accords that they would follow me around. I'm sorry if they caused any disturbances to you and to your people. We do not wish to question your sovereignty. I'm here on a noble quest, a holy quest. I know I will face a powerful force in the future. It seems to be nearer. But for that, I I need to be prepared. So I wish to know if you would allow me to search in your city. Specifically, where you keep your undesirables, where you keep your criminals, in the dungeons and jails of your city, to see if I find, and possibly, if you allow me, either recruit for my to aid me on my quest, or if I'm lucky enough, finally find this adversary I am constantly looking for. Is that all? You just wish to... You just want the authorization to search for criminals in my city and to take them out of here, following you. That's correct, my lady. And after that, you and your man we will leave the walls of Goswan and head on our way. My permission is granted, Sir Kian. And then, after a letter of permission is written by the Baroness herself, Kian leaves the audience hall with all of
Okay.
the eyes onto him. And well,
Okay.
I mean, do you guys want to say or want to do something? But if
I
not,
am
this will
just
be the end of the session.
okay. I am just coming back and nod and say, okay, uh, let us go back to the tavern. Taro will replay the whole conversation in their voices. Thank you, Mimicry.
Hi. Do you have another one of those papers with the seal on it?
Yeah, the next one.
We could forge a document to get into the dungeons. I'll come down there.
Yes, good idea. Let us go. We
No
have no
fish.
more reason to be here.
No.
So, I think that's it, guys. I think that's where we're gonna end for tonight. What do you say?
Okay.
Perfect.
Uh huh. Sounds good.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I want to hear from you. Does that